Hello and welcome to Morning Flow. This is Leo Bray on behalf of Kristen Olson's Urban Yoga Center in Palm Springs. Make sure to visit us online at urbanyoga.org or at Kristen Olson's Urban Yoga Center on Facebook. Check out the schedule of daily classes. Please check next week for where the outdoor classes will be because they are likely to be in a different spot or possibly be in a different spot. Let's just say I don't know where they're going to be next week. I'll be here tomorrow and Tommy will be here Saturday. Kristen will be here Sunday. That's all as usual. Next week, we don't know. So, and there's also a tip jar there online where you can make contributions for classes. If you come and join us here in person at Jackie Lee Houston Plaza or wherever we end up next week, you can make contributions the old fashioned way. There's a cookie tin to drop cash in. So welcome. We'll just start out seated today. You don't have to sit the way I'm sitting. Sit so that you're comfortable. You could kneel instead if you like. Some people like to kneel instead of sitting. Feel your contact with the ground, whatever's touching the ground, settle in. Thinking about the length of your spine, think of the crown of your head reaching up. Sitting tall without being rigid, without being stiff. If you want to, you could close your eyes, rest your hands wherever they're comfortable, maybe on the ground, maybe on your lap, on your knees. Focus on your breath to get started, letting it get deeper and slower. Observing the movements of each breath, the way those movements register in your body, how these deeper, slower breaths are feeling. Start to scan your body, just notice whatever else is going on, whatever sensations are present for you as you rest in stillness here, tuning in, focusing within, setting up what we refer to sometimes as the witness self, witnessing yourself, observing yourself, keeping this up throughout practice or coming back to it whenever your mind wanders, as it inevitably will. Knowing that you're welcome to skip or modify anything I'll be doing to accommodate what you've got going on. So take note now of any stiffness, any soreness, any issues you detect as you listen into your body. And know that you can make the practice your own each time. If you wish to set any other intentions for practice, something of your own, you can do so now. Let that finish coming together and take root. And I'll invite you, if you like, to take 3 deep cleansing breaths. Breathe in through your nose, breathe out through your mouth with a sighing sound. And let your eyes open up. Inhale, draw your heart forward, let your head tip back. Exhale, draw your heart back, let your head tip forward. Follow your breath. I almost fell back. If you go back too far, you might tip over. That's what I just almost did, almost overbalanced. Using the whole inhale to come forward, the whole exhale to come back. Starting to get a little warmer. After your next exhale, sit up nice and tall again. Bring your hands out to the sides, rest your fingertips on the ground, staying long in your spine. Inhale to reach your right arm up alongside your ear. As you exhale, reach to the left. Feel for length all up and down the right side, from the hips to the fingertips and all in between. Inhale to come upright. As you exhale, come into a twist with your right hand on the ground behind you, your left hand on your right leg. Inhale, lengthen up again. Exhale, find your way into the twist. Asking your body on each breath, on each exhale, if it wants to go a little further. Let yourself unwind and come back to center. Inhale, reach your left arm up alongside your ear. Exhale, reach across to your right. Breathing into your left side. Inhale to bring yourself upright. As you exhale, come into twist again. Inhale, lengthen up. Exhale, see about twisting some more. Let yourself unwind and come back to center. Let your chin come down towards your chest. Start some slow circles with your head. Ease tension out of the neck. Roll your ear towards your shoulder and let your head sit back. You all know what a circle is. Take your time. If there are any spots that are particularly tight, you might pause at the tight spot and rock back and forth a bit. When you finish the next circle, change direction if you haven't already. When you finish the next circle, look forward. Let's go ahead and come up onto our hands and knees. You might tip forward or tip to one side. Bring your hips above your knees, your shoulders above your wrists or behind your wrists. If it's too much on your wrists, to have your shoulders right above them. Your hands can be a little further forward to take the pressure off your wrists. Reach your left foot back, press into the ball of your foot. Take a couple breaths. With an inhale, pick your foot up and reach straight back through the sole of your foot. With your next inhale, reach your right arm to the side. If you like, bend your leg, reach back. If you can, take hold of your foot or your ankle, kick against your hand, lift your knee a little, lift your chin a little. Release, lower down. Reach back and press into the ball of your right foot for a couple of breaths. On your next inhale, pick your foot up, reach straight back in the air through the sole of your foot. With your next inhale, reach your left arm to the side. If you like, bend your leg and reach back if you can. Take that bind, that additional stretching. It's also fine to reach back without taking the bind. Releasing any binds, let your knee and hand down. And let's step left foot up between your hands. Step right foot up between your hands. Let your arms and your head hang down. Sway back and forth, bending and straightening your legs. Slowly nod your head. And shake your head. Inhale, lift up halfway. Exhale, back down. Inhale, all the way up. Exhale, hands to your heart. Let your hands hang at your side. Raise your right shoulder towards your ear. Shift it back and let it down. And your left shoulder up, back, down. Inhale, reach straight out to the sides. Exhale, reach for your shoulder blades and hug yourself. Or if you like, take eagle arms, intertwine your arms. Maybe press your hands together. If you're in eagle, move your elbows and your hands forward a bit, up a bit. Inhale, spread your wings. As you exhale, cross your arms the opposite way. Reach for your shoulder blades or take your eagle. Breathe into the space between your shoulder blades. Inhale, open up. Exhale, twist to the right. Take a couple of full breaths. Inhale back through center. Exhaling, twist to the left and take a couple full breaths in your twist again. Inhale, come back. Exhale, let your arms down. Inhale your arms out and up overhead. Interlace your fingers, reach your palms up. Look up at those hands. Lift up your heart. Inhale, come back to center. Exhale, bend to the left, feeling for length through both arms. Inhale to come back up. Exhale to bend to the right, feeling for length through both arms. Inhale, come back up. Exhale, let your arms down. Take a little breather, take a drink if you want. This is the part of class where, remember, I didn't put the clock out. I need to put the little clock out so I can see what time it is from over there and end somewhere close to on time. I'm sure you don't have all day to do this. I'm supposed to do something else at 1. I want to make sure I'm not late. Well, people have appointments. I don't want to make anybody late for anything. Okay, now I can see what time it is. Sun salutation. Inhale your arms out and up overhead. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, lift up halfway. Exhale, fold forward. Plant your hands and step back to plank. Let's take a couple nice long breaths in the first plank, letting the hips settle down, letting the body lengthen. Think of that nice long plank shape. On an exhale, slowly lower all the way down. Keep your elbows in close as you lower. Pressing into your hands. Inhale, lift your head, lift your chest to whatever height is right for you. Listen to your low back. Your heart opener can be at whatever height works. Exhale, rock back, maybe pass through table, and slowly make your way to downward facing dog. Send your tail in the air, pedal your feet up and down. Heels getting closer and closer to the ground. Maybe they'll touch down, maybe they won't. Inhale, bend your knees, look forward. Exhale, step your feet forward. Inhale, come up halfway. Exhale, come down. Inhale all the way up. And exhale, hands to your heart. Inhale up. Exhale down. Inhale halfway up. Exhale down. Plant your hands, step back to your plank. This time, maybe just lower halfway. Exhale, come down. Inhale to bring your heart forward. Exhale, back and up again. Inhale, bend your knees, look forward. Exhale, step your feet forward. Inhale, come up halfway. Exhale, come down. Inhale, all the way up. Exhale, hands to heart. Inhale, up. Exhale, down. Inhale, halfway up. Exhale, down. Step back to plank. When you're ready, exhale, lower. Inhale, open your heart. Exhale, back and up. Inhale, bend your knees, look forward. Exhale, step forward. Inhale, come up halfway. Exhale, come down. Inhale, all the way up. Exhale, hands to heart. I cheated. Grab my bottle on the way up. It's a modification, it's not cheating. Let's go to some warrior poses. Bring your hand to your heart. Step your right foot back, plant it at about a 45-degree angle. We're setting up warrior one. So feel for grounding in the outer edge of your right foot, the ball of your left foot. Make sure your left knee is aimed where your toes are aimed. Reach your arms up overhead. Let your shoulders relax down a little bit away from your ears. Turn your pinkies towards each other so your palms face back. Beautiful. Bring your elbows down to your rib cage. Lower your forearms parallel to the ground. Inhale, slide your hands apart. Exhale, bring your hands to the front. Try to keep the elbows in close. Let's do 3 more of these. Inhaling, exhaling. Good. Now bring your hands together and up here. And we'll go from this warrior one variation to a humble warrior a few times, a little warrior dance. Exhale, bow towards your knee, reach your hands back. The lower body stays in the same position. Inhale, reach forward, stand up again. So see about keeping the lower body still. Exhale, bow. Inhale, rise. Bring your hands to your hips. Pivot the right foot open. Side of the line behind the left foot. So your feet are perpendicular now, one behind the other. Maybe you bend the front knee more. Maybe you bring some more space between the feet. Maybe I give a different camera angle. My back leg disappeared from the view. Reach your arms out. Square your shoulders above your hips. Look over your left fingertips. Inhale, turn your palms up. Exhale, rotate the other way. Let's do that 3 more times. Inhale and exhale. Turn your left palm up. Keep the lower body still. Reverse warrior. Inhale, tip back, reach up. So your left hand is up above your face. Your right hand might rest lightly on your right leg. It might press to your right hip for support or slide across your lower back at a half bind. Breathe into the left side. Exhale to side angle. Tip forward, reach forward. Left arm lightly to the thigh. Right arm overhead in the direction of left toes. If you like, circle that right arm. Rock your shoulder open. If you like, you might play with some more core engagement by reaching your left hand to the side or to the front. Bring that left arm back in if it's extended. And we'll do another warrior dance between side angle pose here and reverse warrior. Inhale, tip back, reach up, reverse. Exhale, tip forward, reach forward, side angle. Let's do 3 more rounds of breath. Beautiful. Let's inhale up to warrior 2. Arms parallel to the ground again. We'll dance to gentle warrior. Inhaling, straighten the left leg, raise your arms, turn your head to the right, 90 degrees. Exhale, turn your head back, lower your arms, bend your knee. Let's do that 3 more times. Inhale, glide up, gentle warrior. Exhale, glide down, warrior 2. Then straighten the left leg most of the way, setting up for triangle pose. Draw the right hip back, left hand forward, and tip. Left hand down, right hand up, triangle pose. Big breaths. Left hand might be on the ground, might be in the air, might be on a yoga block or resting on your leg. Bring your right hand to your right hip. Inhale, reach your left hand forward and stand. Bring your left hand onto your left hip. Pivot onto the ball of your right foot and step forward. That's the moment where this plastic rug is not at all the same as a yoga mat. Turning my foot there, a little wobbly. Okay, ready to do it all again? Hands at your heart. Step your left foot back. Find the warrior 1 feet. Grounding in outer edge of left foot, ball of right foot. Right knee aims at right toes. When you've got all that set, nice steady foundation, bring your arms up. Release your shoulders down a little. Turn your pinkies in, palms back. Beautiful, strong warriors. Bring your elbows to your ribs, forearms parallel to the ground. Inhale, slide hands out. Exhale, slide hands towards each other. Good. Bring your hands up and together. Humble warrior dance. Remember, lower body stays pretty still here. Exhale, bow, reach back. Inhale, reach forward and up. Going towards your knee. It's okay if you don't touch your knee. There was definitely a time I didn't touch my knee when I did this, bowing. Then bring your hands to your hips. Switch to warrior 2, pivot the left foot open, slide in the line more behind the right foot. Square your shoulders above your hips. Maybe deepen your stance. I like to deepen my stance a bit on the warrior 2. Extend your arms parallel to the ground. Look out over your right fingertips. And maybe look for your left hand just to see what that arm's doing. Sometimes this arm is way out to the side. Inhale, rotate, arms back. Exhale, rotate forward. 3 more rounds of breath like that. Letting the shoulder blades roll up and down. Good. Turn the right palm up. Keep the lower body where it is. Inhale, reverse warrior, tip back and reach up. Exhale, tip forward, reach forward, side angle pose. If you like, make circles with your left arm. And if you like, you can extend your right arm. Work the core a bit more. I think it's fun. Many of us think it's fun. Bring the bottom arm back in. Good breathing. Dancing warrior 4 times. Inhale, reverse. Exhale, side angle. Breath and movement, continuous and smooth, flowing, beautiful dance. And inhale up to warrior two. Or dance to gentle warrior. Inhale, glide up. Exhale, glide down. Straighten your right leg most of the way. Draw your left hip back towards your foot. Right hand forward. Right hand tips down. Left hand tips up. Take those big deep breaths. Bring your left hand to your left hip. Inhale, reach your right hand forward and stand. Right hand to your right hip. Pivot onto the ball of your back foot and step forward. 2 for 2. I didn't fall. I'm taking a drink before we move on. The sun feels so good. It's amazing to the guy from Boston to be standing outside in the tank top on December 3rd, not complaining a bit. Hands at your heart. Shift your weight from one leg to the other with your feet on the ground. Set your eyes directly ahead on something that won't move to help steady yourself. When you're ready, bring the weight into your right leg. Slowly lift your left knee up. Maybe your thigh comes parallel to the ground. Bring your knee out to the side and then bring your foot to the opposite leg. So you might have your foot on the ground and heel on the ankle. You might have the sole of your foot on your calf or on your thigh. We don't want to press sideways on our knee. Your knee's not made to move that way, so don't push it that way. Keep your hands here or let them go anywhere you want. And anytime you could drop your foot and pick it up again. Start over. Maybe there's breeze in the branches of your tree. Maybe I didn't mention this is tree pose. You all know it's tree pose. You've all been here before. But there might be somebody watching on YouTube later that doesn't know this is tree pose. Now they do. Bring your hands back to your heart. Bring your knee forward. Let your foot down and shake out your leg. Sometimes we come out more abruptly than we intend to. When you're ready, bring your hands to your heart again. Shift your weight side to side. Reset your feet. Reset your eyes. It's perfectly fine to get ahead. You know what we're going to do. Same thing. When you're ready, bring the weight to your left leg. Take your time to raise your right knee. Open the gate of your hip. Bring your foot to your leg. Let your arms find their expression. And there's no wrong expression, by the way. Whatever your arms and hands want to do. If your hands are elsewhere, bring them back to your heart. And bring your knee forward and let your foot down and shake things out. Shake your leg, maybe shake the other, shake anything you want. And let's play with another balance. We'll play with warrior three. So one way to come into warrior three is from a high lunge. So with your hands at your heart, step your right foot back. So all 10 toes are pointing the same way as you start. And you're going to push off the back foot and tip forward so your body tips. Now reach back through the sole of your foot, and as your leg rises, your torso lowers. Picture your body parallel to the ground. Maybe it is, maybe it isn't. You can put the foot down anytime. Your hands can stay at your heart. If you have yoga blocks, you might stand them up and have your hands on the block or on a chair. You could stand by a wall and put a hand on the wall. Your hands could press together at your heart for steadiness, or explore reaching back past your hips or out to the sides or out in front. See what feels good. See what feels steadier, maybe. Sometimes this feels steadiest, like a tightrope walker holding a big long pole. Your arms can steady you by extending them out. If you feel silly, maybe you pretend you're a bird. You could flap your arms. Maybe if your hands are elsewhere, bring them back to your heart. Exhale, lower your foot. Inhale, stand. Shake things out. Fun ways to strengthen your core and your legs. And warm yourself up, right? If you were still chilly, you're not now. Standing on one leg generates a lot of heat. Hands at your heart, step your left foot back, find your lunge. If you have blocks, you could just start out with your hands on the blocks and then raise your foot. That's really the gentlest way to do this. Otherwise, start to bounce forward and reach back. I never do know how many bounces it's going to take. And it doesn't matter how many bounces it takes. And sometimes we fall. Just noticing on this side that my shadow is a good helper for me. I can see the angle I'm at. Nice. Stay with your breath. Sometimes we hold our breath. Doesn't help. Just this thing we do. Keep reaching back through the sole of the raised foot. Let the other knee stay soft and responsive, like a nice bouncy shock absorber. If your hands are doing something else, you can bring them back to your heart. Exhale, lower your foot. Inhale, stand. Shake things out. Let's come down and have a seat and give the legs a break. And maybe have a drink on the way down. And yes, let's extend the legs forward. Flex the feet back. Inhale, reach your arms up overhead. Exhale, fold down over your legs. If your knees want to bend, let them bend. On the inhale, think of the crown of your head reaching forward. On the exhale, think of lowering some more. Feel for release in your lower back. Inhaling, walk your hands up the front of your legs and sit yourself up. Let your arms help your legs open out. Yeah, I'm spinning myself. Why did I set up with the sun glaring right in my face? I'll just face this way. Let your arms help your legs. Bring your right foot over to your left thigh or left knee. Pivot your torso. Aim your sternum at the left foot. Flex your left foot towards you. Inhale, reach your arms up overhead. Exhale, fold down over that leg. Take a few breaths. See if the fold gets a little deeper. Slowly open your left arm to the side, turn your head, look towards your hand, turn your thumb down, reach the back of your hand towards your right hip, peel your left shoulder back, extend your arm, slide the left hand back over by the right hand. Open your right arm to the side, turn your head, look over there, turn your thumb down, reach the back of your hand towards your left hip, peeling your right shoulder back. Extend your arm, reach it up alongside your ear and overhead, reaching your right hand towards your left hand. And maybe like mine, it doesn't get very close. Maybe it does. About opening the right side, getting release in the center of the lower back, which gets compressed from sitting. Reach your arm up and out to the side and sweep it back across. Right hand meets up with the left. Walk your hands up your leg. Use your arms. Extend the right leg. Bend the left one. Bring the foot across. Pivot your torso. Flex your right foot. Inhale, reach up. And exhale, fold down. Take a couple breaths. Pardon me. Slowly open your right arm out to the side. Turn your head. Turn your thumb down. Reach the back of your hand across towards your left hip. Peel your right shoulder back. Extend your arm. Slide the right hand back over by the left hand. And slowly sweep your left arm out to the side. Turn your head that way. Turn your thumb down. Reach for your right hip with the back of your hand and peel your left shoulder back. Extend your arm. Reach it up alongside your left ear, overhead towards your right hand. Slowly reach up, reach out, sweep all the way back across. Walk your hands up your leg and sit up. Extend the left leg. Nudge your legs towards each other. Bring the soles of your feet to touch, leaving a big space between your pelvis and your heels. If there's room to do so, slide your hands under your ankles and grab the ground. If not, reach over your ankles, grab the ground. Either way, walk your hands forward, traction in the arms, open the shoulders, let your neck disengage, let your head drop, and breathe into the center of your lower back. And slowly scoot your hands back, press, lift your torso upright. Keeping your feet together, bring them in as close as you can, heels in close to your pelvis. Grab your feet, wriggle on your seat, tilt your pelvis forward. Inhale, lengthen up through the crown of your head. Exhale, hinge at the hips, fold forward, spine long at first. See how far down the long spine will go. And when it's not lowering, then let your head lower. Breathe into your hips. Inhale, slowly sit up. Bring your hands to the outsides of your knees. Nudge your knees towards each other. Rest your feet on the ground. Rest your hands on the ground. Wiggle your feet further apart, maybe to the edges of your yoga mat. If you're on a yoga mat, let your knees go back and forth to whatever degree they want to. Let's have a little more core work here. I feel like I haven't done this one in a while. Just suddenly inspired. Plant your feet. Reach your hands forward. Sit back as far as you can without tipping over or lifting your feet. Whatever angle that is for you. I'm going to play with lifting the legs. Lift your feet a little bit and take a couple breaths. You can bring your hands to your legs to assist your legs if you want. Take it the highest you can lift and go halfway up. Keep breathing. Lift your feet as high as you can. Good. Lower about halfway. Take a couple breaths. Lower most of the way. Take a couple breaths. Let your feet down. Let your hands down. Good job. Let's come down onto our backs. I'm going to go like this. Plant your feet. Scoot your butt towards your heels. Come onto your forearms. Come onto your back. So you wind up on your back with your heels as close to your butt as they'll go. Press into the soles of your feet. Inhale to lift your hips up for bridge pose. If you want more opening in the heart region, you could wiggle your shoulder blades towards each other and clasp your hands under you, reaching your knuckles towards your heels to draw your shoulder blades closer together, opening the front of the heart space more. If you're clasping your hands, unclasp them. Exhale slowly. Let your hips come down. How slow can you go? Find the strength in the slowness. Float up and down for a minute on your own. Inhale to go up and exhale to come down. Find your own challenges. Maybe you pause at the top for more breaths. Maybe you lift up higher. Maybe you move more slowly. These are ways to make it more challenging. If you want to make it less challenging, take extra breaths at the bottom. Maybe don't go as high. And let the next time you lower down be the last one. And for our final twist, let's cross the legs. If you can, cross your left knee over your right knee. If that doesn't work, cross your left ankle over your right knee. Reach your arms to the sides. Feel your shoulder blades press to the ground. Keep your shoulders on the ground. Let your legs fall to the right and turn your head to the left. Unless you're wearing massive headphones, then you don't turn your head. Take your time, bring it all back up to center, and cross your legs the other way. Plant the left foot, cross the right knee over left knee or right ankle over left knee. Let your legs fall to the left. Turn your head to the right. Softly come back to center. Uncross your legs. Draw your knees towards your chest. Hug your knees. Rock and roll on your back to massage it against the ground. Reach your feet towards the sky. Reach your hands up, take hold of your legs or your feet. Play with bending and straightening your arms and legs. Happy baby pose. If there's some other inversion you want to do, go ahead and do it. Invert for as long as you like. When you feel complete with inverting, make your way to your final resting pose. Maybe that's corpse pose, the classic traditional way to conclude practice, extending your legs, letting your feet splay open, letting your hands rest at your side. If this is not comfortable, make yourself comfortable in whatever posture works for you. You can conclude your practice in any position where you can be comfortably still for some quiet breathing time, allowing yourself to integrate the benefits of the preceding practice. Maybe you focus on your breathing. Maybe you recall an intention you set for yourself at the start of practice and reflect upon that. Maybe you give your mind permission to just drift and not focus, letting it go where it wants to go. Breathing, slowing down, body relaxing a bit more with each exhale. Start to give yourself some deeper breaths. Slowly invite movement back to your body, starting out small, gradually letting movements grow bigger, taking your time. When you're ready for bigger movements, gently sit yourself up. And if you like, bring your hands up by your heart. Thank you for sharing practice today. The light within me sees, honors, and bows to that same light within each of you. Namaste. Again, I'm Leo Bragg on behalf of Kristen Olson's Urban Yoga Center, Palm Springs. We're here at Jackie Lee Houston Plaza by the Palm Springs Convention Center, Thursday through Sunday mornings. I'll be here again tomorrow subbing for Janine. You can visit us online at urbanyoga.org or Kristen Olson's Urban Yoga Center on Facebook. Stop by the tip jar, check out the schedule. Questions, comments, feedback is always welcome. Thank you. Have a great day.